This time, my tour of beauty brings me home to Los Angeles. I've been to 12 countries to explore the ideas of well-being. So how can I apply what I've learned overseas to my future? Maybe I can find some of these answers in my own backyard.
Grow.
And will a revolutionary diet help me live longer?
I really worry about making you live to 100 years of age healthy.
And as for my own personal outer beauty, is it time for some appearance medicine?
I'm gonna have a tighter neck, I'm gonna have no forehead wrinkles. Yeah, things are looking up today.
I'm back in my hometown in Los Angeles, and I want to put all these incredible experiences I had on the tour of beauty into practice.
First up, I want to make some big picture changes to my life, starting in my own backyard. So I'm bringing in gangster gardener Ron Finley to help me.
So Ron, I have traveled to these incredible countries and figured out that farm to table is the way to go.
Greece, they had some of the happiest people, and, their produce was brought out of their back gardens,
But clearly I live in the middle of Los Angeles.
Yes.
So Ron, would you be able to help me change my garden into a veggie and fruit bowl?
We can make that happen.
Yeah. Okay.
Ron's known for taking over sidewalks and vacant lots in South LA and turning them into community gardens. Sounds like my kind of guy.
How I got into this was basically in the area I live in Los Angeles. There's no healthy food. We have 4 corners, but we have 6 fast food restaurants.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the drive-thrus are killing more people than the drive-bys. What I do is gangster garden. Nice, healthy Haas avocado.
Because it grows so well in LA, the humble avocado is one of Ron's most successful weapons in the fight against fast food.
And we're good. So there we have it.
On my journeys, I have found out that I have glycation. My body doesn't process sugar very well. What would you suggest that I kind of start?
Up here, like a blackberry, raspberry mix to go along this fence.
I've already been growing my own herbs, lemons, and some tomatoes, so this will be a great addition.
So there, she's done.
Ta-da!
1 blueberry bush.
Grow.
So we've got llama beans here.
This is a great start to growing more of my own food for that healthy backyard to table lifestyle. Fantastic.
Gardening has to be the new sexy.
But despite everything I've learned outside America, is there something right here that can help me live longer, be more healthy, and look younger? I'm about to meet a scientist who thinks he has the answer.
So I'm intrigued to see what he has to say and what I'm about to do.
At the University of Southern California Longevity Institute, Professor Valter Longo is becoming world-renowned for a diet he claims can rejuvenate my body and mind. Plus, help me lose a little weight as well.
Professor Longo, I know it's a 5-day fast, right? Mimicking fast. Is it gonna help me?
It's not a true fast. This is between 750 and 1,100 calories a day.
Normally, I'd be eating around 2,000 calories a day, so a huge reduction.
It's really about removing very specific ingredients, right?
Okay.
Your body thinks you are out of food, and so it has to go into an emergency mode of saving. It says, I'm gonna throw things out, but I'm also gonna eat them, right? So the body eats itself. And then when you refeed, the body says, okay, now we're okay again. Let's rebuild everything that we destroyed. You're remaking everything new. And that's why we think it's so powerful.
Wow.
There's ancient wisdom in this. In many countries I've visited, people fast regularly for religious and health reasons. Professor Longo believes we can boost the immune system and reduce the risk of heart disease and cancer by repeating his fasting mimicking diet around 4 times a year.
Not just worry about you losing weight or you having lower cholesterol, or really worry about making you live to 100 years of age healthy, right?
But have I got the willpower to do this?
The most difficult days are the first 2 days, right? Because your body is switching from a sugar-utilizing mode to a fat-utilizing mode.
I think that I'd like to try the fasting mimicking diet. I mean, I'd like to reboot the system, get all the bad guys out, and kind of regenerate my system and see how I feel, for sure.
Right.
And if I needed more convincing, Valter's diet has been trialed on these little creatures with spectacular results. These mice eat a regular diet. These little round mice are fed only a fat-rich diet, while these ones are on the same fat-rich diet, but for 5 days a month they go on Valter's fasting mimicking diet, and they are the healthiest group here.
These guys are a lot more investigative and like a lot more alert, where these guys are just, I mean, what the hell's going on here? This is what I am now, and I want to be that.
The fasting mimicking diet, it's based on the combination of ancient practices and modern science and clinical trials. You know, I like to think of it as in tune with evolution, right? This diet is also an opportunity to rethink the way you eat and, in fact, move to a much healthier diet, closer to the ones that centenarians eat.
Now, this diet is not for everyone. You need to get your doctor's okay first.
107/69 and your pulse is 56.
My blood pressure is a little low, but that's okay. There are several tests before I start the diet, so Valter can measure any impact the diet's had on me afterwards.
The DEXA machine will measure your total body fat, your total muscle mass, and your total bone density.
Anxiety levels and brain function are assessed as well.
Do you see changes within people's brains?
The diet itself may actually improve function and augment structure.
Wow, wow.
This is remarkable. But can a diet really achieve so many physical changes and give me a healthier and longer life? I'm fascinated to find out, but a little worried that it might be hell to live through.
So here we have my 5-day diet, and it's kind of light, to be honest. It's not that heavy. Let's see what's inside. Day 1. Day 1 is 1,100 calories. The rest of the days are 700.
Professor Longo has designed these scientifically controlled meals containing exact amounts of carbs, proteins, and fats.
Tomato soup mix and an energy bar. Olives. I'm kind of happy about those because I love salt. Minestrone soup mix. It's kind of small, no?
I was hoping to get some fresh food, not just packaged, but apparently that's all part of the science behind it.
Kale crackers and a lemon tea.
12 hours into the diet, I'm feeling surprisingly okay.
This is the soup, and this is the mushroom soup. The food, you know, fine. I'm not craving anything. I mean, come on, I'm 45. There's certain things you got to do in your life. You know, buckle up. I've, got to do the fast. It's going to be a good benefits for me.
This diet's going to be a breeze. But on the morning of day 2, I'm struggling.
I woke up with a really bad headache, and there's a lot of anger that comes up. My body's clearly withdrawing from stuff.
At dinner time, I'm feeling shattered, but calm.
I'm gonna cook some great rice and chicken tonight, and I do want it. I want it bad.
Coming up, the reality as a starvation diet kicks in.
I started whiting out, getting those kind of blackout things.
And finally, I make a decision. It's time for a visit with my cosmetic surgeon.
I mean, I'm not looking to be 30.
Absolutely.
In my hometown of LA, my fasting mimicking diet is down to 750 calories a day.
So I'm now on day 3, but I'm much better today, clearer mind, much happier, don't feel irritable anymore. I've got 2 soups, some crackers today, my energy drink, some of the minerals and vitamins that I need, and some spearmint tea, and that's kind of it.
And I'll be needing all my strength today because I'm making an important decision regarding my appearance.
I might push myself a little bit further with this. I don't know. I haven't eaten for a few days, so it could be a little bit of an overreaction or do something that I normally wouldn't do. Who knows?
Yes, I'm talking about something I've been looking at throughout my tour of beauty, cosmetic surgery. I'm consulting Dr. Honrado, who's renowned for his sensitive approach.
My question to you is, what is it that bothers you? Like, when you look in the mirror, what do you see?
I'm 45. I guess the areas that have always been of great concern for me are the jowl areas around here. I'm at the perfect age for this starting to wrinkle and sag, and I've always had kind of this puffy bit under here. And I mean, I'm not looking to be 30, but you just want to look fresh and lovely when you wake up, not
absolutely,
20. What is your favorite treatment that you can see like really quick results?
I do love Botox. I think Botox is great for the upper half of the face. The fine wrinklings around the eyes, these 11 signs, the forehead wrinkles. I love filler as well for certain spots. I know the biggest worry is that having duck lips. So again, that's just a matter of like injecting the right amount.
But I don't think I'm ready for filler.
But what I have been doing now instead of filling is using my radio frequency machines or my energy machines to tighten the skin.
I'm in. The ThermiSmooth is a relatively new procedure. No scalpels or anesthetics and takes only 40 minutes.
This is the probe that we're going to use. This is the area that delivers the energy. And what we're doing is we're delivering energy through radio frequency. And what this is doing is causing essentially a trauma to the skin, which will cause a healing response, which then will create new collagen. Your body's going to heal from this trauma.
Amazing. But is it like liposuction where the fat comes back, or does the fat just kind of dissolve into the stream and you can pee it out?
Exactly. The fat's just going to dissolve, your body absorbs it and gets rid of it.
Whichever way.
But there's a new handpiece that's available now that we can use for vaginal rejuvenation, which has become quite popular.
Think I'll pass on that today.
Now that we're done, what you'll expect is maybe a little bit of redness in the area that we're treating. It usually goes away in about an hour, 2 hours.
Okay.
And that's it.
Okay.
And I've also agreed to the most popular cosmetic procedure for both men and women here.
What would you do?
Let's see. A little bit around the eyes. Go ahead and scowl. Okay, how about a little bit there?
I'm gonna get Botox, and I want you guys to check out and see how it's done.
One.
The technician has to be highly skilled to deliver exactly the right amount. Too much, and I'd look like something out of Fright Night.
Muscles of the face are for expression, so it just softens that expression. So that's the balance of it, not to overdo it, because you still want expression.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
Especially in your industry.
It will take up to 2 weeks to see the final results of the Botox, but the Thermi results are incredibly quick. This is me before the procedure, and this is me afterwards. No wonder Dr. Honrado gives some of Hollywood's elite a touch-up before they hit the red carpet.
It actually feels just more elasticity, plumpness. It just looks healthier, basically. I have to give you a hug.
And one great thing about getting the Thermi and Botox, it's taken my mind off food. But on day 4, when my body should be adapting to the fast, all I want to do is hide.
I'm definitely tired today, for sure. Yeah, so it's been a bit of a muddle the last 12 hours, I would say, with the less food. I think my blood pressure is a little bit low right now.
But according to Professor Longo, it's important to keep to your daily routines. So I'm shopping with Sarah, a dietitian, for a family feast I'm planning when my diet ends. I want to share some of the amazing flavors from my journey with my family.
Turmeric. This is amazing. This is one of my favorite things to eat because this little guy is super, super potent anti-inflammatory. This is such an important food to have in your diet.
I love seeing all these different colored carrots now.
Aren't they beautiful? And they all have different properties. I mean, the red ones are higher in resveratrol, so they're good for a long life because they're so packed full of antioxidants.
Yeah. Resveratrol. You know, we really got to see a lot of that in France because of the grapes.
Mm-hmm. Well, actually, you know what? I found this out recently. If you look, you can kind of see that there's a little film on the grapes. That's actually where a lot of the resveratrol is stored on the grapes. So you always want to try and find, at least here, organic grapes, which these are.
I'm noticing that I never have to leave the perimeter of the supermarket to buy all this healthy food. And with Sarah, I'm seeing things I used to walk right past, like this fermented cabbage.
This is establishing your gut flora. And they say the absorption, everything that's impacting your body is in your gut. So when you start with the right foods that can impact it and build the healthy bacteria, then you can see just a tremendous change.
It's been great getting a reminder of all the food secrets I've discovered on my travels. But back home, the reality of a 750-calorie diet is taking its toll. Only an hour later, I'm becoming cold and disorientated.
It's funny because it's like 100 degrees out there today and I'm freezing cold. I started whiting out my hair, getting those kind of blackout things. It's a really hot day here in LA, and apparently people with low blood pressure don't do too well. So I've had to have 2 crackers, but I'm cold. So I just heated up my soup, which is the quinoa. But I'm going to try and hang in there till tomorrow morning when I get my blood work done, and we'll just see what happens.
Coming up was a 5-day fast worth it.
I want to get all my cognitive tests done. I want to be nice to all the people around me again.
And to celebrate the end of my fasting diet, I'm cooking my family an amazing feast.
But that's awful. What is in there?
Camel?
Today, the rest of LA is happily going about its business, while I'm sitting at home on the final morning of my fast.
It's beginning of day 5, and I'm going for a blood test. If anything gets too frantic or too much, I want to pass out. So my environment's has to be very, very calm, very, very quiet right now because of the lack of food.
Before I can eat, I have to receive tests to see if the fast had the impact Professor Longo expected. But I'm so drained of energy, every step feels like a mile.
I am really happy it is over.
So we're gonna start with height?
Well, I hope I haven't grown. Have I? I mean, for God's sakes, if I've grown in 4 days, that's ridiculous. I just want to get this thing done. I want to get blood drawn, I want my cognitive tests done, I want to be nice to all the people around me again, and I hate the person I am right now.
It will take a day to get the results of my fast, but there's one thing I don't have to wait for any longer: regular food. This is going to be the best strawberry smoothie ever.
Tastes like strawberries.
But has it all been worth it? Am I on my way to better health and greater longevity?
The results are good. For example, your weight dropped by almost 8 pounds.
That's just over 3.5 kilos. Wow!
But the more interesting thing is that you almost didn't drop at all in lean body mass, so your muscle mass is conserved. But your visceral fat, the fat that gives you insulin resistance and all kinds of problems that can lead to metabolic syndrome, diabetes, cardiovascular disease, there was a huge drop.
So I've kept the good fats and discarded the bad. My normally low blood pressure is up, and mentally, I'm feeling much sharper too.
Your brain now, it no longer uses only glucose for fuel. It also starts using these byproducts of fat. And this is what we think it also contributes to regeneration of the neural stem cells. I think in most cases, people do this because you're gonna lose weight. And then they realize that this is much, much more.
I mean, I would definitely love to do this again.
Yeah, I think in your case, somebody like you, probably once every 3 to 6 months. The first time is the hardest, so the second time and the third time are much easier, but also start establishing the long-term effects.
Thank you so much.
You're very welcome.
Thank you.
To celebrate the end of the fast, I'm cooking a family feast with a little bit of help from a great catering company.
Here we have the Moroccan dish.
And every flavor triggers a memory from my tour of beauty.
The cauliflower with turmeric, India. I had this all over my face, and as you can see, this beautiful, brilliant yellow. Again, incredible colors in India. So we're gonna throw this in the oven now. Fabulous. One of my favorite and meaningful places, Greece. We wanted to honor, really, Greece with the zucchini and feta pie.
Eleni cooked the most incredible dinners with so much love and passion. So, Eleni,
this pie is in honor of you and all your passion and love that you have. I tip my hat to you.
I'm also cooking braised ribs with bok choy from China, as well as a special kind of tofu.
So I was first introduced to this dish in Japan by the beauty witch. I wasn't a keen tofu person at the beginning, but the way she did it was just incredible with the soy sauce, the bonito flakes, which I'd never tasted before, and the silk tofu, which is a much softer tofu.
Yeah, Mom's back, yeah.
Okay, so we got food from 12 different countries. How good does this look? Let's eat, because I'm starving.
I hope the food isn't too exotic for my mum Janine, my son Liam, my daughter Renee, and sister Jackie. There's only one way to find out.
Is this camel?
No, that's the braised beef.
Over all your travels, what was your favorite type of food?
I would say my new one is the tofu, because I'm not a big tofu. Very rarely do we see tofu in the house, unless you bring it in. What do you like the best?
This pie. I guess it's more European. It's not exotic, but I just like normally just plain ordinary foods.
And when it comes to food, most of the family is like mum, nothing too spicy.
And what you eat, or actually, I knew you would hate that.
It's disgusting. It's awful.
Jackie's just tasted kimchi, Korean fermented cabbage.
What is in there?
No, it's fermented. But this is what we
I don't
lack
care
in our
whether it's
diet.
fermented or not.
What's your favorite?
Probably the beef. It was just really soft and went down easy.
Nene?
I like the beef.
Jaja?
I like the tofu. The tofu's amazing. It just melts in your mouth.
These are the people who most matter to me, and this is a special time, us all eating together.
Do you want a glass? This is from France, and they say a glass of red wine a day is great for you. It's got the resveratrol in it. That's really good for us.
Cheers, guys.
There's nothing better and bigger than family, because, where are we without each other? Having gone on this journey, I've had this incredible experience of going into 12 different countries.
It was a year that enriched my life. It will definitely always be with me.
My favorite beauty product on this journey would be argan oil.
It stops my hair going frizzy, feels great on the skin, and makes a mean salad dressing as well.
The other beauty product that I loved was the kohl. Just getting that stick, whipping on your black eyeliner.
I'm also a huge fan of Dilo oil from Fiji. Very healing for the skin and great for anti-aging.
I think fasting is a great idea. For me, it would probably be only once or twice a year. I think my system has definitely functioned better. Was it hard? Hell yes, it was hard. The people that I think are the most beautiful people, they have a complete sense of who they are. Isabel, I absolutely loved. She was completely confident of where she was in her life, her age. But the person that had the most influence on me on this journey was definitely Sadhguru from India. I think the way that he explains things to you is very, very simple.
Whatever is the shape of your nose, whatever is the shape of your face, however it is, you will see a joyful face is always a beautiful face. So if you want a surgery for beauty, the best thing is make yourself really, really joyful. You will see everybody wants to look upon that face which is joyful. This means we can make the entire world beautiful.
Maybe Sadhguru's exactly right.
Beauty is joy. It's that simple.